In a quiet town nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, the golden sunset cast long shadows across the landscape. The crisp air carried the scent of pine, with only the soft chirping of birds and rustling leaves breaking the serene silence. Yet for one retired police dog, this tranquil evening held an unexpected urgency. Rex, a German shepherd with a gleaming golden coat, had spent years on the force alongside his owner, Mark. Together, they tackled cases, sniffed out dangers, and safeguarded their community. Now Rex was enjoying a peaceful retirement, spending his days at Mark's side. They often took long walks through the woods near their home, savoring the quiet. Tonight, however, something felt different. As they walked down their familiar path, Rex stopped abruptly, ears perked, and tail stiff. His nose twitched, and he let out a loud, insistent bark, startling Mark. "What's got you all riled up, boy?" Mark knelt beside him, scanning the woods. But all he could see was a large oak tree, silhouetted against the darkening sky. Rex's barking grew more urgent as he stared intently at the base of the tree. Mark was curious. He'd never seen Rex react like this. Following his lead, Mark moved closer to the tree, Rex pacing anxiously by his side. Then a soft rustling caught Mark's attention. Squinting, he aimed his phone flashlight into the hollow of the tree. His heart quickened when he saw a small, dark shape nestled within the roots. He leaned closer, horrified to find a tiny, trembling kitten, its matted fur clinging to its frail body. The kitten looked up with wide, fearful eyes and let out a faint meow, as if pleading for help. "Oh, poor little thing," Mark murmured, reaching into the hollow. Gently, he scooped up the frightened creature, cradling it in his arms. Rex, who had stopped barking, approached the kitten, sniffing it cautiously before giving it a reassuring lick on the head. Mark smiled, touched by the instant bond forming between the two animals. As they prepared to head home, Mark caught a glimpse of movement in the corner of his eye. A flash of fur darted through the underbrush, followed by an ominous growling. The quiet evening was quickly shattered as a group of stray dogs emerged from the woods, their eyes fixed hungrily on the kitten in Mark's arms. Rex immediately stood protectively in front of Mark, baring his teeth and growling, his fierce loyalty evident. "Back off," Mark shouted, his heart racing as he tried to maintain his composure. But the strays didn't back down, inching closer with each passing moment. Mark tightened his grip on the kitten, feeling the weight of the threat closing in on them. Just as the tension reached a breaking point, the faint sound of sirens echoed through the trees. Red and blue lights flashed nearby, scattering through the underbrush. The leader of the strays paused, letting out one final growl before leading his pack away into the darkness. Mark sighed in relief, his pulse still pounding as he looked down at Rex, who stood alert and panting. "Good boy, Rex," Mark murmured, kneeling to give him a well-deserved pat. "Let's get this little one home." Back at the house, Mark carefully settled the kitten into a box lined with blankets. He gave it some food and water, watching as it tentatively began to eat. Rex lay nearby, his eyes fixed on the kitten as if to say, "I'm here for you." The kitten seemed to sense Rex's reassuring presence, curling up and eventually drifting off to sleep. The next morning, Mark contacted a local animal shelter to help find a loving home for the kitten. But as he gazed into its curious eyes, he felt an undeniable connection. Rex seemed to feel it too, nudging the kitten gently with his nose. That was all the convincing Mark needed. The kitten was staying. He named her Luna. Days turned into weeks, and under Mark and Rex's care, Luna blossomed. Her once matted fur grew glossy and soft, a patchwork of gray and white that shone in the sunlight. Rex became her protector and playmate, and the two were inseparable, chasing each other around the house and curling up in the sun for long naps. One Sunday afternoon, Mark noticed a flyer on a nearby lamppost. It was a lost pet notice for a gray and white kitten. The description matched Luna, and the owner seemed desperate to find her. Mark felt a pang of concern. Could Luna belong to someone else? He glanced at Rex, who seemed to sense his unease. The next day, Mark called the number on the flyer. A hopeful voice answered, and after explaining the situation, they agreed to meet. When Mark arrived with Luna in his arms, a woman stood waiting, her face filled with anxious anticipation. As she called out the kitten's name, Luna's ears perked up. She squirmed in Mark's arms, wriggling free and darting toward the woman. Mark's heart sank as he watched the reunion, but then something surprising happened. Luna stopped short, turning back to look at Rex, who stood close by, his eyes watchful. After a pause, she bounded back to Rex, rubbing against him affectionately. The woman's face softened, a mix of joy and confusion playing across her features. "Hi, I don't understand," she said, her voice breaking. "She belongs to me." Mark took a deep breath, choosing his words carefully. "We rescued her that night in the woods. She's formed a strong bond with us, especially with Rex. They're inseparable." The woman looked at Luna, her expression pained yet understanding. "I can see she's happy here." She managed a small, bittersweet smile. "I just wanted her to be safe." "Thank you," Mark said, feeling a weight lift from his chest. "She's part of our family now." As the woman departed, Mark felt a deep sense of peace. Luna was truly home, right where she belonged, with her new family. Months passed, and Luna became a local legend. Known for her antics and the strong bond she shared with Rex, the pair was often seen exploring the town together, bringing smiles to everyone they met. Mark marveled at how one simple walk through the woods had brought them all together. Yet a nagging thought lingered in Mark's mind. Luna's origins remained a mystery. One evening, while browsing online, he came across a story about a recent animal rescue operation in a nearby town. The article detailed the rescue of a litter of kittens found abandoned by the side of the road. Luna's description matched one of the kittens. Curious, Mark visited Whiskers Haven, the shelter where he had adopted Rex years earlier. When he arrived, the shelter manager, Sarah, welcomed him warmly. "I think Luna may have come from that rescue litter," Mark explained, motioning to Luna, who was sniffing around with wide-eyed curiosity. Sarah knelt to pet Luna. Yes, she was the runt of the litter. "She barely survived. I was so relieved when you adopted her." As Mark talked with Sarah, he felt a deep gratitude for the bond he shared with Luna and Rex. Just as he was about to leave, Sarah mentioned that a woman had been searching for a lost gray and white kitten. Back home, Mark couldn't shake the feeling that Luna's story might be more complex. The thought of her possibly having another family tugged at his heart, but he knew she was happy with him and Rex. The next week, Mark received a call from the shelter. "Mark, I think you should come back," Sarah said, her tone urgent. When he arrived, he found the woman he'd seen on the day he first called about Luna's flyer. She looked distraught, her eyes lighting up when she saw Mark. "I've been searching everywhere," she said, voice trembling. "I thought I'd lost her forever." Mark felt his heart twist as she told her story of being away when Luna went missing. "She's my family," she said tearfully. Feeling torn, Mark took a deep breath. "I don't want to take her from you, but she's bonded with us too." After a thoughtful silence, they discussed a way to share custody, allowing Luna to be with both her families. To their surprise, Luna thrived, adapting to a life of jewel homes, love, and shared adventures. Over the months, Mark and the woman, Carla, developed an unexpected friendship, connected by their shared love for Luna. On one winter evening, they celebrated Luna's second birthday together, laughter and joy filling the room as they watched Luna play with Rex, surrounded by love. In that quiet moment, Mark realized that sometimes family is formed in unexpected ways. As Luna darted between her two families, Mark, Carla, and Rex knew they had created something truly special, a family forged by love and loyalty. Outro. Thank you for watching this heartwarming tale of friendship and loyalty. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We upload stories daily, so stay tuned for more. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more stories. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you.